Hello.
Hey Tess, this is Philipp. Do you have a minute? Do you have a few minutes? Is that okay?
Yes, absolutely. Yes,
Perfect.
I'm available.
Thank you so much for doing this. Remember, we talked about just to have a couple of questions about my services because my marketing team is improving my Google business page and they wanted me to record over the phone past clients, to see what they have to say about me. And they want to do it in recording so they know I don't write these reviews myself. So the first question is, what specifically stood out to you about me or my approach compared to other luxury agents you had considered?
Well, first of all, you were very professional. And I
Thank
like
you.
the way that you were really strategic about the properties that you were showing to me. They were actually all in the area that I was looking for. So we didn't drive all over the place. And you were responsive to all my emails, phone calls, text messages, which were brilliant, because obviously when I'm working with someone, if I send you a message, I want the answer quite
Right,
quickly, not 3 days later, or that I had to keep
right.
chasing you
Is
for
that
an answer.
is that something you ran into with other agents possibly? Like that you try to
Mm.
contact and they wouldn't get back to you soon enough, or did you have an experience like that?
Yes, definitely. And that's really frustrating. I do understand I'm not the only client. They have other
Right,
people they're dealing with.
right.
But I still feel that, you still have to give me the time. And if I'm asking you a question, I want an answer. I
Of
don't
course,
just send out a message for no
of
reason.
course. Yep,
Um,
yep.
and then, which was great also, you showed me up to say, 6 or 7 properties,
Right. Yeah, we looked
in
at a
one
lot of
day.
them at that time, in Encino and I think Woodland Hills, right? Yep.
Yes, that's
Hmm.
right. Those were the areas that I was looking for. And so you were really easy to work with. I loved all that. You didn't try to show me properties that with features that I wasn't looking for. That would
Mm,
just waste my time.
right,
Because I found that with other agents, sometimes they end up showing me something and I walk in and I think, this is not what I asked
right.
for.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
are you doing this? Is
right.
it because it's just on your listing? You want to get rid of it?
Okay, that's possible. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm glad I was able to give you that kind of service, and that you feel about it that way. Let me get okay. So the other question is, what unique things did I say or do during our initial conversation that helped you feel confident in choosing me?
Well, again, you just sounded really professional, and you had the confidence in your voice. And when I told you about all the criteria that I had, you understood,
Hmm.
what I was looking for. And the way you just responded to me, I thought it was really easy,
Okay.
for you to, I knew, it would be easy to work with you. You sounded like you had a sense of humor, so,
Right.
it wasn't
Right.
going to be arduous.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think
Because
that's important in life. Absolutely.
yes, because I knew we would be, going around to different properties and spending a lot of time together. So,
Right.
it's important to have someone that you feel comfortable
Right.
to,
Right. Great.
go through that process with.
Excellent. Okay, thank you. And the third question is, what important qualities or strategies were other agents missing that influenced your decision not to choose them?
Very often they would try to show me too many properties in one
Mm.
go. I think with us, I think one day we did up to 8 properties,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was too much information. I started getting
Oh, yes.
confused
Yes. It's
about
kind of
that, and I
information
explained
overload,
it to
right?
you
Yeah.
exactly, and I explained it to you, and you understood right away.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
But with some of them, they just kept on showing me lots and lots of properties. I think
Mm.
they wanted me to pick something,
Right. Got it.
so
Yeah.
they thought if they bombarded me with all this information, eventually I would just give in and say, okay, this one would do.
So would you say that you felt maybe more rushed with those agents or with this
Yes, very much
person?
so.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. Yeah. That's
definitely.
that's
Yeah,
a lot
because
of
we had so many to go through in one day.
right.
I just felt that they just wanted to bring me from one property to another.
Right, got it. Okay, yeah, no, it's important. I mean, if you're making a big purchase like that, because we were looking in the, I think it was $2 million ranges. That
Hmm.
want to make sure that you really like your place, not just to be rushed into something or coaxed into something. Um, The question number 4, which specific strategy or detail I presented made my service clearly stand out in your mind?
Again, you were very strategic about all the properties we were seeing. You explained to me how they differ and why you were showing them to me. And you explained very well about them having different features, but at the same time, they still fitted with what I was looking for.
Okay.
So that was excellent. And it was very easy. The information were very easy to understand. And whenever I had a question to ask you, you answered it very, quickly,
Right.
easily. And so it was really good.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So now we're down to the last question. I really
Yeah.
appreciate your time, taking your time for this, because it really helps us a lot, to improve my marketing page. Could you describe the exact moment or key factor when you felt confident that I was the right agent to purchase your home?
I did my homework before I came to you, so I read the other reviews, on your page, and how positive they were, and that gave me the confidence, the reassurance that you're someone that I want to work with for something so important. It's a big decision when
Right.
it comes to buying a
And
property.
you did reach, because you contacted me. I think you reached out to me. Was it on my web page or my Google page that you found my contact info?
Definitely the Google page.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, because I saw that and I saw the reviews on it. They were really positive. What people were talking about, their experiences with you. So that gave me the confidence and the
Right.
reassurance that I could work with you. But also, I saw that you had a multi-million-dollar listing in Malibu,
Oh, yeah.
and and so that gave me the reassurance that you would definitely be able to look for the type of property that I was looking for.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's good. That helps me a lot. So I'm glad the Google page works that well, because I've gotten a lot of lead coming to the website, but I haven't really gotten that many phone calls yet. But that's what we're working on, to get more business through the Google page also.
Yeah. And so those reviews are important. It's a completely different thing. But for example, even when I book a trip and go through Airbnbs, I always look at all the reviews,
Right.
because you want to see what people say
Right.
about the properties. And the same, with someone like yourself, I want to see what other people, think
Right.
about you.
Right. Great. Oh, I love it. This is great. I mean, this is really going to help us out, and I really appreciate your time doing this. I know it's only a few minutes, but people have a busy life, and so I
Yeah.
really appreciate you doing this. And of course, we realized that you haven't really purchased a home. You had to move to Florida last minute, right? Because that's when everything kind of just fell apart. I mean, even though we did the searches and we did
Yes.
all that stuff, but then an emergency came up, and I think you're in
Yeah.
Florida now, right?
I am. That was unfortunate, but I'm confident that if I had stayed there, was looking for property, by now I would have purchased. We would have
Right.
found a property that I like.
Right, absolutely.
Because you were working so hard, and you definitely understood what I was looking for. And so, if I ever know anyone in LA that's looking to buy a property, I would definitely
Oh,
recommend
thank you
you
so
to
much.
them.
I really
So,
appreciate that. I really appreciate that. That's so kind. Thank you.
and the same if I know anyone who's moving to the West Coast from the East Coast, from Florida or New York, whatever, I definitely give your details to them.
Okay, that sounds great. Well, thank you so much, Tess. I really appreciate it, and I wish you all the best in Miami. You're in Miami right now, yeah? Right?
I am, yes.
Yeah, I wish you all the best there. And again, thank you so much. And hopefully, maybe one day you move back to the West Coast.
You never know. Well, thank you.
Thank you so
All
much,
the best.
Tess. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Bye.
Bye bye.